Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live free picks for today's card. And on today's show, we'll have picks right here from college football. Well, it's semifinal number 2. Oregon and Indiana, 2 Big Ten teams are going to clash here. Also picks from the NBA 10-game card from the association. We got college basketball, a lot of Horizon, some MAC in there and more. And, of course, we've got hockey as well. So, guys, we ask you if you would hit us up with that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. Helps us build up our audience when you do that. Let's meet the Cappers, get right to business here, right to the picks, as we don't mess around here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's go to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Not much. You can cash our best bet yesterday with the NBA. We had got that one done there. Yeah, with the Timberwolves, who almost slipped away there at the very end, but we still got the cover with 3.5, so that was good. My boys couldn't get it done last night. Too many defensive mistakes, too many offensive opportunities not cashed in on. Very proud of them, though. Proud of Trinidad Chambliss to come in here and take us to the semifinals. Shout out to Miami. You're going to have a hell of a time against Indiana. But anyway, yeah, our boys did pretty well. We just missed a lot of opportunities. We'll learn from it, get better next year. So anyway, still always rocking with my Rebels and just ready to get to today.
Yeah, I just felt in that pass drive, no pass rush whatsoever. I mean, it's Beckett all the time, the pass there at the end there. Al, he knows what's happening.
All right, coming off a pretty good day and just trying to keep it rolling here.
Yeah, keep the momentum rolling here. Alessandro, what's happening?
Nothing much. Pretty couple solid days here. 9 and 5 yesterday. A lot of volume I've been putting up on the site. What do you call it there? The Pacers got it done for me as well yesterday, outright on the money line too. And the losing streak. Had to hold your nose there wanting to bet that one. Came through. Just ready to get into today. We got a nice slate here as well.
Yep, we do. I had a 1-1 yesterday, missed with Ole Miss. I also hit with the Timberwolves. Should have had the Jazz, but didn't put them in there. But Utah Jazz, these teams that can shoot the threes, keep an eye on them. You know, teams like Charlotte, Jazz have found a shooting form, covering spreads. All right, let's get underway here with the show, as we're going to go ahead and get it started here with college football. It's going to be Indiana and Oregon. Peach Bowl, yeah, you're seeing a lot of rain in the forecast. Don't worry about it. It's played in the Dome. Mercedes Dome is where this one's going to be played at. And let's see if we get to it here right now. We got Oregon here, dogs. Indiana's going to be favored 3.5 in this one. Pretty much everywhere right now. Total 49. There are some 48.5s out there in the marketplace, and we'll start it off with Chris.
Yeah, like I've said, past couple shows here, I'm still rocking with Indiana, man. Best defense, best offense here. I think they're going to lock Oregon down. Oregon may be able to do a little bit better in Alabama, but I don't expect very much from them. This Indiana team, man, is pretty solid on both ends. So I'm going to take them to cover the 3.5. I do have a best bet on the total in this one. You guys want to snatch that up, but for here, I'll give you 3.5 as far as the cover with Indiana.
There you go with Chris. We move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, and I'll take a look at this total here. Now we got two teams, obviously, that had great seasons and definitely earned their way here. We saw Oregon come off that big win, shutting out Texas Tech there. But good luck trying to shut this Indiana offense out. I think both teams should get it going offensively. Although, you know, they put up very respectable numbers on the defensive side, but I just think too much talent here, too many weapons on offense. So I think we get into the 50s in this one. I'll take this game and go over the total.
Here from El Ninos on over to Alessandro.
Premium pick here on the site. Go scoop that up. Had Miami last night. Feel good. Feel like I'm rolling here with this college football here for today. At the end of the day, both of these teams defensively, you got a top 11 points per game. Indiana's allowing 15 points a game. Oregon's allowing. Both of them also turning over teams at a high rate, top 13 in the country, both of these teams. Expect both quarterbacks to struggle here. I'll take both quarterbacks to throw an interception.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. From Alessandro, tell you what I think about this game. Yeah, I can look at Indiana's side here. I'm very impressed here with Mendoza past 2 games. Now he faced Ohio State and Alabama. 74% completion rate, 10.6 yards per pass attempt. My goodness, that's not against Purdue. It's not against Northwestern. This is, look, the last 2 games against Alabama and Ohio State has been absolutely razor sharp here. against the Ducks. He averaged 7 yards per pass attempt. Of course, Oregon will be out with their power back, Jordan Davis, an injury. You look at Dante Moore against the really good defensive teams. Against Indiana, 5.5 yards per pass attempt. Against Iowa, 5.3 yards per pass attempt. Against Wisconsin, 5.7 yards per pass attempt. Give me Indiana here in this one. All right, let's continue here on a Tony Morning Show. We'll turn our attention over to the NBA. Just excuse me, at some points I'll mute my mic. I am still dealing with this little bug here. It doesn't want to go away, but we'll get through it. Here we go. We'll do 4, 4, and 2 in the blocks today from the NBA. We'll start here with the Pelicans, Wizards. Wizards here, dogs here. It's Pelicans 2.5, 2. There's a 3 now at Penny in this one, total 242. Sixers and Magic. We got the Sixers 3, 3.5, total 226.5. Raptors and Celtics. Celtics up to 9 now. There's some 9.5s at Pinnacle right now. You can even find an 8.5 here. So this line's moving. Total about 222.5. Clippers and Nets here. LA up to from 2.5 now up to 4.5. Total sits here at 5. Let's take a look at the injury reports here from this first block of games. Raptors and Celtics. Portal out for Toronto. Scotty Barnes and Ingram here are both questionable. Probably that's the line move there. We just seen that added this morning. Middleton and Tatum, we know, out for Boston. As we go over to Sixers and Magic, Embiid questionable. On the Orlando side, it's Suggs. The Wagner brothers still out. Richardson here, Jace Richardson here is questionable. We move over to New Orleans and Washington. In this one, we had for the Pelicans, no Alvarado, no Bay, no Murray. Jones is doubtful. Trey Murphy, questionable. For Washington, Whitmore is out. Trae Young, doubtful. I guess he needs to pack up his stuff still to get over to Washington. He looked pretty healthy there, but I know he was dealing with something there with the I think he probably has to go through his physical still there with the Wizards. Clippers and Nets. Bogdanovich, Jones, Paul out. Kawhi Leonard here is questionable. Let's see what the word on Kawhi is, because we've seen a big move in this game since the opener of 2.5. Let's see if we have any news here on Kawhi. It's very early here in the betting cycle. He does have an ankle injury, questionable right ankle sprain. So maybe people just think it was a low number on the Clippers last night at 2.5. But we did see the move to 4.5 in that one. All right, so let's see. It's going to take a while for me to refresh this dang page. So let's just get it. We'll look at the Nets injuries in a second. Let's get it started with. Well, let's see. Oh, here we go. Got the Nets now. Okay, for the Nets, Saraf, Highsmith out. Porter, Mungo Porter. They're about their only offensive threat. Well, Eager Demon, this rookie, is starting to show something, but not much other than Porter there of late. But anyway, we'll get started with Chris.
Yeah, first up, Raptors, Celtics. I'm going to take the points with the Raptors at the moment. We'll watch that Scotty Barnes news. He was out for a good period of the third and fourth quarter the other night. They seem to struggle a little bit, but they did have R.J. Barrett in there. So as long as R.J. Barrett's in there, I'm going to take the Raptors to get it down the road. I feel like the Wagner brothers are key components here to this Magic team. So if they're out, I can only look at the Sixers here with the 3.5. They do pretty well on the road too, 12-4 against the spread. Pelicans, Wizards, that's just probably one of the worst games of the day. But leaning aside there, definitely the Wizards there. With or without Trae Young, I don't think that's not going to push the needle for me. And then probably staying away from that Clippers Nets game until we find out what's going on with Kawhi.
There we go. Chris, we move on to Al Nino's.
Yeah, not too much for me in this early slot here, but we'll touch on this Raptors-Celtics game. I like the Raptors to keep it within the number here. I just think Celtics laying a couple too many points. And obviously, yes, big question marks there in Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes. If those guys sit out, the stronger play might just be on the under here with Boston coming in at 20-16, the under, Toronto 24-14 to the under. So especially with those two guys out, if they end up sitting out, I would really like this one to stay under the total.
There we go with Al Nidas. We move on over to Alessandro.
We look Boston here. They've won 7 straight home games versus Toronto. Toronto here with Ingram and Barnes probably, they could play banged up, though. I'd actually lay it with the Celtics. Yes, they've lost a couple games within this streak, but 11 of their wins in a row here have been by double digits. I think they can cover this number. Again, the first 2 meetings as well, they won this year versus Toronto. Average margin of victory by 12 points. Give me the G League Celtics here to cover the number. What do we got? 76ers. I actually agree with the guys here on this one. You look at the last 20 meetings versus the Magic, they're 14-6 against the number. Not even having to lay that big of a number here. Again, no Wagner brothers, no Jalen Suggs. Give me the 76ers here in that one. Wanted to get on the Clippers. What scares me about this is, they do play Detroit tomorrow night. If you believe in look-aheads, I do. I don't know. To me, that's a red flag. We know the Clippers like to coast here and there and pick and choose their spots. Have been playing some pretty good basketball, don't get me wrong, as of late. But I don't know. Tough for me to want to back that one, especially with the Kawhi news as well. So that's how I feel about that one. And that's pretty much all I got. Yeah, no interest in that Wizards game.
All right. Tell you what I think here about some of these games here. Yeah, I agree here with Philadelphia here laying it. Philadelphia's been shooting the ball very well. Magic not making their threes over their past 2 weeks. Sixers have covered 4 of 5 with great shooting. And of course, they missed the Wagner brothers. It was Franz Wagner with his shooting. Without his shooting, they've been struggling. I'm going to go ahead and take Washington here plus the 2. I've been a fan of this Wizards team. I've talked about their young players here. They've got some youth over there. Carrington, Keyshawn George, Coulibaly I like. Alex Sarr I like. Middleton I like. I don't really like this Pelicans team. I mean, he got the Lakers in there. He didn't really show much in that Laker game there. Wizards have shot the ball pretty well from 3, 48%, 38% from beyond the arc. Holding teams at 34% from three-point distance. And, this Pelicans team just can't make shots right now. Over that past 2 weeks, 44%, 31% from 3. Wizards have covered 5 of 8 with improved defense. And Pels have failed to cover 8 of 9. Yikes. And also there's another scandal for Zion, if you haven't heard, with the OnlyFans ladies. So they're holding him ransom again. They're holding him ransom. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Zion. Whew. All right, so there you go. That's the 2 I like out of that block. All right, let's continue here on the Toys This Morning Show. Next up, we got Thunder and Grizzlies. That's why I like YouTube. We can talk about stuff like this. Thunder and Grizzlies here. You got the Thunder here on the road, laying 5 here. Total sits at 229. Where was that 4 from last night? Knicks and Suns. We have a change of favorite here. The Suns over. We have the Knicks. Other than they're still favored. For some reason I thought the Suns were favored last night. They're not. It's Knicks here. 1.5. Total 228. Hawks and Nuggets. This one's come down. Nuggets open 2.5 down to 1 now. Total sits 235.5. Last one in this block. Rockets and Trailblazers again. Rockets 6.5 here. Total 221. We'll take a look here at the injury reports for this one. And we got OKC, Memphis. Oh my goodness. SGA, Hartenstein, Holmgren, Topic. Wallace, the bad, Jalen Williams out. Caruso here is questionable. For Grizzlies, we got Clark, the Giant Edey, Jerome, Morant, Pippen out. Williams and Coward here are both questionable. We go to Atlanta and Denver. We have Kispert and CJ McCollum doubtful. And on the Denver side, there is no Bates, no Johnson, no Jokic, no Valanciunas. Jones is questionable. Brown, and Gordon all listed here as probable. We go to Knicks and Suns. No Hart, no Shamet for New York. On the Phoenix side, no Booyah. He's out, and Green is also out there for the Phoenix Suns. As we go to Houston and Portland, Crawford, Sengun out here for Houston. No Van Fleet still going to show up on the injury report. For Portland, no Grant, no Scoot, no Murray, no Thibault, no Wesley. Holiday doubtful there. So we got you covered in these 4. And we move on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at OKC, Memphis, bunch of people out on both sides. Doesn't really affect Memphis. We're always out. But OKC is a lot of big people out there. It's probably why that number's so low. I think it's up to 5.5 now. It was 4.5 earlier when I checked. But I'm gonna take an over. I don't think there's any defense at all. I think Memphis is gonna run it back and forth. OKC will be able to get there. I think we get up and over that 228.5. Leaning aside, I'd take my Grizzlies, but that's just a slight lean. The better plays the over. Definitely taking the Nuggets there. They still have people that can score. They're finally a favorite after being a dog here recently. But I'll still take the Nuggets at home with the short number there, -1.5. And then I'm gonna take the Trailblazers. I know they're missing a few people, but I mean, Houston's missing Sengun is a big there in the paint. So with him gone, I'll take the Trailblazers at the +6.5.
There from Chris on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, really tough getting there with the Thunder. all these injuries in this matchup. I would lean small into the Thunder there. Obviously, without SGA, it's going to be a different look. But and she's not the only piece missing either. But small lean to the Thunder in that one. I agree on the Nuggets here. They got Murray back, so he's looking probable in this one. Brown's looking probable. Still missing some pieces, but until the Hawks get it together there, and again after that trade, I don't think that McCollum and Kispert playing this one, so I'll take the Nuggets in that one. Knicks Suns should be a pretty good one if the Knicks show up. They finally did after a little slump there. Finally got a win, but I think the Suns just been playing the better basketball, so take the Suns there on the money line, and that wraps it up for me.
Yeah, from Alnitos, move on over to Alessandro.
All right, we got OKC here versus the Grizzlies. Really a game hard to back with all the injury report news on both sides. I will say, though, 10 straight wins versus the Grizzlies for this Thunder squad, 8-2 to the number over that 10-game span. I don't know, Thunder just not playing well as of late. That's what makes it kind of tough. And then all the injuries, just wanted to throw that stat out there. More than likely not betting on that one. I do like the Nuggets in this matchup here. Hawks have lost 6 straight versus the Nuggets, 0-5 to the number as well in the last 5 games versus the Nuggets. Yes, I called Nuggets a G League team, but they're a deep team, 20 deep. There are 20 guys on this roster. If you look at the Nuggets, that's including the G League team here. I think they're about to go on a run, prove they're the best team in basketball. Thunder are fool's gold. Don't care that they're defending champs. Jokic, when he gets back in the fold of things, will slap around Chet Holmgren. Give me the Nuggets here in this one. And I'm actually on the Knicks on the other side of you guys here. I know Knicks, 2-10 to the number last 12 games. We got a manageable number for them to actually cover here. You look at the Suns, they've been struggling versus the Eastern Conference, 2-8 to the number last 10 games. You look at the Knicks in the last 5 meetings versus this Phoenix Suns team, 4-1 to the number. And again, we got a small number here to lay. Got no problem going to the Knicks. Big time night out of Karl Anthony Towns. He bounces back.
There you go with Alessandro. I'll tell you what I think about this game. I'm button heads with Alessandro. I like the Suns here in this spot, and we're not seeing defense here from this Knicks team. They missed a cover 9 of 11. Defense, the issue. You see them over the past 2 weeks, giving up 49% shooting, 40% from 3. Yeah, this is Mike Brown we know and love. Back in his coaching days with the Lakers, back with Sacramento. If it was Tibbs, they'd be doing defense. Defense is going south. There, I'll look at Suns in that one. Yeah, I'll look at Denver here. They do have some depth. They showed it to me against Philly. They picked up some wins as dogs. They beat Boston here. They've covered 3 of 5 good spots of good shooting and defense. The Hawks' defense has been bad here over the past 2 weeks. They've been at 47% shooting. Nuggets hitting shots over the past 2 weeks, 48%, 40% from 3. There's a lot of these games without Jokic, and they're still making baskets. I'll take Denver there. Yeah, I'm going to come back with Portland here in this spot. We're seeing 3-point shooting an issue for the Rockets over the past 2 weeks at 32%. Blazers making their threes and defending over the past 2 weeks, allowing teams just over 45%, 34% from 3. Houston has missed the cover in 4 of 5. Poor shooting there is the reason. And Trailblazers covered 6 of 7 with good defense. So give me Portland in that spot. All right, let's continue here on Tony's Morning Show. Close out NBA with these final 2. Kings at Warriors. We got the Warriors now up to 14.5. Total 230.5. Bucks and Lakers. This one's come up a little bit from the opener of 2.5. Lakers now 3.5, 3. Total 230.5. We'll start here with Chris.
Yeah, 14.5. This is pretty much a stay away game here. Kings, Warriors. Not a big fan of this Kings team, but I think it's just a little bit too much for the Warriors to lay. So slight lean to the Kings there with the 14.5, but not going to bet it at all. Bucks and the Lakers, give me minus 3.5 there. What I've got plus money at minus 3.5 for the Lakers. I think they get it done tonight at home against the Bucks.
There we go here from Chris. No, the canceled game for the for Bulls is still TBD. They have not added to the schedule yet. So TBD there for Bucks and Heat. The condensation game. There. We move on over to Alninos.
Yeah, I like the Kings getting all those points, almost 2 touchdowns there with the Kings. I think is a few too many points for the Warriors to be laying. So gladly take those points with the Kings there. Bucks, Lakers, I end up with a small lean to the under here now. Yeah, the Lakers are 21-14 the over, but again, no Austin Reeves. It looks like LeBron is questionable for this one after missing the last one. So I have to wonder how effective he'll be, especially going up against Giannis. And on the Bucks on the other side, 21-16 the under, and then both we got two teams that like to play at a slower pace. So I'll take the under on that one.
There from Al Nino's on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I agree here with the Kings. It just feels like a little too many points. Both teams 1-5 last 6 games against the number. I'd just rather be on the dog here with all this points. Yeah, I'm not really in love with it though. I do like the Bucks here actually tonight. Plus 3.5 money line, whatever you guys want here. No way I can back the Lakers with a Marcus Smart and Jake LaRavia in the starting lineup. What do we got? Rui Hachimura should be out. LeBron James, Queen James here, probably going to sit this one out. Even if he does play, I expect Giannis to posterize him. So, yeah, I'll be real aggressive this morning and tell you guys what I feel, not holding anything back. Give me the Bucks.
There we go. Sounded like the Bucks there in that one. Yeah, LeBron is there, questionable. Didn't go through this. Probably didn't give you the injuries here in this block here. Murray Sabonis out for Sacramento. Seth Curry is the one out for Golden State. Peyton is probable. Milwaukee and Lakers, just Prince out for Milwaukee. And it is Reeves, Tiro out. LeBron, questionable. Hachimura has been upgraded here to questionable for Hachimura. So we've seen him out here. So we'll see how that one rolls. The only one I like in this block would be taking the Kings here with the points. Warriors defensive form pretty bad over the past 2 weeks, giving up 51% shooting, 39% from three. These teams, both teams in poor form, but Warriors here, you're going to lay points with a team that's failed to cover 9 of 13 with poor shooting and defense. No thanks. I can only look at the points. All right, let's continue here on Tony Six Morning Show. Turn our attention to college hoops. 2 blocks here, as we do here now. We're doing them in blocks. In the first block, we'll cover the games at 6 Eastern time. That would be Miami, Ohio, Toledo, and include the games at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So in this block, we'll include 6 Eastern and 7 Eastern. We'll start with Chris.
Yeah, the only one I'm looking at here is that Miami Toledo game there. And actually looks like it flipped while I've been on here, but I'll still take Miami with the -1.5 there to cover the spread there. They've been doing a lot better covering than Toledo has. So they're, let's see where my numbers, 5-1, in road games. So just a lean there. That's really all I've got in that one.
There we go here from Chris on over down Nino's.
Yeah, that's the game I was looking at here. I mean, almost looks too good, right? Miami, Ohio coming in at 16-0, 6-0 on the road. Just putting up the better numbers across the board here. So, yeah, I'll be on Miami, Ohio too.
From El Nino's over to Alessandro.
Cool. I'll go on the other side. I'm on Toledo here plus the 1.5. I actually probably need to put this in as a premium now then. Leroy Blyden here, Sonny Wilson. This kid, Kyler Vanajak, he got 3 guards shooting over 38% from 3. If you look, Toledo doesn't shoot the 3 that much. This game they are. They're going to have to if they got to keep up with Miami, Ohio. And then you got these 2 that's a different game. But anyways, 7-3 ATS-wise Toledo is versus Miami, Ohio last 10 meetings. Obviously, this is a great Miami, Ohio team. Average line Toledo has had to lay is -11.5. Now they're getting plus 1.5. Just feels a little too sweet for me. I'll take Toledo here. Kind of fade the public on that one. Another one I was looking at is Marist here. I'm seeing 6.5, 7 here versus Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart 3-7 in their last 10, 4-game losing streak, 312th defensive rating in the country. You look at Marist, top 5 defensive rating in the country. Again, held Iona the other night to 38 points. I'm a believer in this Marist squad, so I'll lay it here with them. And really about it. The Manhattan Kinesis game, a little tricky. I was looking Manhattan's way, just starting to get a little too inflated on that line, so that's a tricky one.
All right, just to leave some line information in this Miami O and Toledo game. I shot that video probably about maybe an hour ago. It was Miami O 1.5, the open 2.5. At Pinnacle, Toledo is now the favorite at 1. And we see picks in the draft, the DK now 1.5. So we've seen a 4-point move here on this Miami O, this Miami O game. So far, I don't think this is public money. This is obviously sharp money this early. in a MAC game. So a lot of sharps on the Alessandro side. I'm going against the sharps here. Give me Miami O in this one, laying the 1.5 here. Toledo just 11th in effective field goal shooting in the conference. Again, they don't make their threes, 26% from three, 50% inside. They don't make their free throws. On defense, they don't defend the three-point line. These are all conference numbers. Miami, Ohio, second in offensive efficiency in the conference, 38% from three, 59% inside, 86% at the line. Pretty strong numbers here from Miami O here in conference play. And they've shot 50% or greater in 9 of their past 10 games. I can only look at Miami O in that one. Give me Detroit. There's no mercy with Detroit now, just Detroit. There, I know where Ron Hahn is. He doesn't really talk much about this Detroit Mercy team, or what used to be the Detroit Mercy team. But anyway, Detroit plus the 5. Titans have past 2 weeks have really defended well, allowing just 40% shooting, 28% from three. Detroit third in offensive efficiency in the horizon, 44% from three in conference play, 79% the line here. Strong on the glass, secure the basketball. First in effective field goal defense against the horizon. Defends a 3, defends a 2. Wright State has struggled on the glass, and a team that commits a lot of turnovers. So, nope, don't like those turnover teams. Give me Detroit plus the 5, 4.5. All right, let's continue here on tonight's morning show. Closing out college basketball here with the games at 8 Eastern all the way to 10 Eastern. Number of games here would include USC, Minnesota. Many going to lay 4.5 and 4, 146. The Mountain West has the Rebels at Colorado State. The Rams, 7, total 148.5. We start here with Chris.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking at that USC, Minnesota. I've got 3.5 at DraftKings currently. So I'm going to take it with Minnesota there. I just think they get the cover there over USC in this one here. So we'll take it at, as long as you can get it at the 3.5, get it 4, whatever you got to get, just take that with them. There
we go with Chris on over down Nino's.
Yeah, sticking to that same game, I'll take the under here with Minnesota coming in at 10-5. The under. Now USC does play at a faster pace, but I think Minnesota's defense steps up here and keeps this game under the total.
Yeah, see these Pac-10 schools are so soft, man. This Oregon, these USC, UCLA teams getting clobbered here against these Big Ten teams. It's not the travel. I'm sick of that BS from these coaches. You're not recruiting. That's the problem. On over to Alessandro.
Also, sorry, one more total here for everyone. I also had the over in the UNLV Colorado State game. Colorado State is 8-6 to the over, and UNLV 7-6 to the over. So I like them. I like that one to go over as well.
From Alnitos.
I'll touch base right there then on that game, UNLV and Colorado State. I wanted to get on UNLV, but, I mean, you look at this team, they're almost like IU Indy at this point, playing at a fast pace, yet 29% from three, just jacking up a bunch of useless shots. I want them to play through this big that they got from Arizona, this kid, Emmanuel Stephen. 6 games now he's played this year. He's kind of back in the fold of things. If they work the ball down low, there's a huge size advantage UNLV has. This Colorado State team's missing their leading scorer. What's his name? This kid, Kyle Jorgensen. They haven't been playing that well. They lost to New Mexico the other day at home. I don't know. I can make a case for getting on UNLV. I just don't feel like getting kicked in the nuts, so I'm leaving it alone. But I'll actually go back to the game Chris and Ninos were talking about here, Minnesota. I agree. I'll lay it with them. USC, you look 1-8 last 9 games against the number on the road. You look the last 3 meetings versus Minnesota. Again, USC is new now to this Big Ten, still only a couple years in. They're 0-3 against the number here versus Minnesota, getting plus 4.5 as well in those 3 games, average line. What do we have here? We have a 3.5, 4.5. Minnesota covers this one at home. Again, 9-0, undefeated at home for this Minnesota Golden Gopher squad. A couple ranked wins against Indiana and Iowa as well. Love the Golden Gophers here.
Yeah, from Alessandro. The game I'm looking at here, I'm going to put my cup on and take UNLV plus the 7 in this one. The Rams, a team that turns the ball. I don't like these teams that turn the ball over. I usually go against them, and they don't make their threes. UNLV secures the basketball, hits their threes. They defend it well against the conference. Only teams 32% from 3, 47% inside. You look at Colorado State, home losses in conference in Nevada and New Mexico. New Mexico, one of the better teams in the conference, but if not the best. They also have a home loss against Denver in the non-conference. How the hell you lose to Denver, Colorado? I don't know. Anyway, I'll look here at UNLV at plus the points in that one. All right, let's continue here on It's Morning Show. Move on over to the hockey card. You know, Friday's usually light here in hockey. Let's see, my line odds screen is lighting up here. Looks like Merrimack is getting some money here against Siena. Siena down to 4 now in that one. And the over being bet in Miami, Ohio, and Toledo at Chris. So there's some movement there. All right, let's take a look at the hockey for today. We got Capitals and Blackhawks. It's the Capitals, $1.47 on the road, total 5.5. Let's see if the condensation holds up there. Probably that's going to be on the ice. Let's get that. Let's get no water on the ice now. Kings and the Jets. Here we got LA $1.25, total 5.5. And then the last one tonight is Blues and Mammoth. Mammoth here, $1.75, total 5.5. We go over to Alnitos.
Yeah, kicking off here, I'll go with my Kings. Good spot for them, the rest advantage there against the struggling Jets, who almost put an end to their streak last night. Unfortunately, fell short there late. And, also the Kings dominated this matchup, winning 7 of the last 10 meetings against the Jets. So I'll take the Kings. Honestly, like that one quite a bit today. Capitals, Blackhawks. I went a little back and forth on this one. The Blackhawks obviously playing the better hockey now and have won 2 of the last 3 meetings here against the Capitals. So maybe a small shot on the Blackhawks here, getting a little bit of plus money. And Mammoth, the Blues, not in love with this game, but if I had to bet it, I'd probably just take the Mammoth there on the -1. You could take them in regulation if you prefer that.
From Alnitos on over to Alessandro.
Yeah, I mean, I actually wanted to get on the Jets here. I was on them last night. It is what it is. I think this losing streak's bound to lose, but I don't think here tonight again. Would have liked Hellebuck in net instead of this Comrie. What an 8.88 save percentage is ugly. You look 6 goals allowed, 5 goals allowed, 4 goals allowed, 4 goals allowed in his last 4 outings. No, thank you. I can't back the Jets tonight as much as I wanted to. Probably going to have to roll with Ninos here and the Kings in that one. No interest in Capitals, Blackhawks. And then I do have a premium pick here in this Mammoth Blues game. So go scoop that one up on the site. But I'll give you guys some stats. I'll probably freemium and I'll just tell you guys what I'm on. Give me a second. Let me pull up these stats. Because this is a big-time goalie advantage here, especially if Vejmelka is supposed to stay in nets. Hold up, taking a second. You look, Blues won the first meeting here, 1-0. But you got Bennington here expected in net from what I was seeing. Last 8 games allowing 4 goals per game. Vejmelka last 8 games allowing only 2 goals per game. Also better season this year for Vejmelka. I think this is a big goalie advantage here. I'm on the Mammoth. I get it. It's a little juiced. I think the -1.5 puck lines in play, +140. That's the play I'm on today.
There we go with Alessandro. All right, we got you through our sports coverage for today. Now it's time for our parlay purple segment. Our captains give out a parlay team player prop. Game of the future, they make the call here. We start with Chris.
Yeah, give me the points with Toronto, the 76ers, and the Lakers. And then your goal scorer for the day is going to be Kyle Connor from the Jets.
There we go here from Chris. We move on over to Alnitos.
Raptors, Kings, and Kings.
There we go there from Alnitos. Next up, we move on over to Alessandro.
We'll go to Timmer here. Nuggets, Knicks, money line.
Yeah, from Alessandro. I'll tell you what I like here. I'm going to go here with the Sixers. Right there with the Sixers. Also, I will take the UNLV plus the points, and I will also take Detroit Mercy there plus the points. All right, we got you through our part of the purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. I do a big weekend of action, college football playoffs, NFL tomorrow, all the way to Monday. So good time to get that 7-day pass right now over at Tony's Picks. Link in the description. We'll take you right on over to our website at Tony's Picks, where you'll find our best bets pre and plays up there for sale, as well as best bets and more. Link is in the description. We'll take you right there. Let's take a look here. What's rolling over at Tony's Picks? We'll see what Chris has for sale. Chris has been absolutely red hot right now over on the premium side. Chris, what do you have for sale for today?
At the moment, I've got you 2 plays, one in the NBA best bet, and then in the Peach Bowl tonight, I've got you a best bet. It is a total. Go snatch those up. I will be watching a few of these other games in the NBA concerning close to game time. So if you got that late seam action, you'll be getting potentially something there. If I see a line move that I like in these, I am watching a couple. But also they work Friday. So if you guys like that 3-day pass there, you'll get everything that I cover this weekend. We do have NFL. We have still have some college basketball, NBA, all that stuff that I cover. Once we have the championship game for college football, you'll have a play on that as well. But yeah, just hop on something there. I'm not a high volume guy. I give you guys a little bit every day, like 3, at least 2 to 3 at most days, sometimes 5. I don't usually do too much, but try to give you guys some quality out there. So I guess I haven't really looked at the leaderboard. I guess I'm doing pretty well there. So yeah, check that out and hop on something there with me long term. You'll get that late steam action. 2 for 1. You see, everybody's doing well lately. We're all on the leaderboards, so pair us up together. Let's go to work for you, and we're just going to keep trying to do well.
That's right, guys. Get with Chris over at Tony's Picks. Of course, the records are based on $100 unit wager size. You can see the great results there from Chris. And, of course, Peach Bowl best bet, slam dunk best bet from the NBA. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. Amount purchased is credit back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. Get on board here with Chris over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look, see what's going over at Tony's Picks for today. We'll see what's happening right now over on the site. We'll take a look, see what we got rolling here right now. Let me go back here to the screen. We'll see what El Nino's has for sale right now. Al's been on a tear as well, cranking it up there at 582 units for the year. This is all based on $100 unit wager size. Al, what you got for sale?
So far for today, just my NBA alley-oop there. If you want to check that out, I will get there with a play in that bowl game today as well. Should have the Kings in there. For some reason, they're not in there yet. But the Kings definitely looking like a premium worthy play today. So there you go. There's that as well. But yeah, your best way to go is always those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. Pair them up with your favorite capper and get all those team plays emailed right to you.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Al Nino's over at Tony's Picks. You can see we're in a roll with an alley-oop play, Monday game in there as well. Long-term subscriptions are the way to roll. Remember, all of our plays are in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. Late steam plays. We can put plays in between 10 minutes and 2 hours of our game time. Those are emailed right to your inbox using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Get on board with Al Nino's over at Tony's Picks. Long-term subscriptions are the way to go. All right, let's take a see what's going on over at Tony's Picks. See what Alessandro has rolling. Alessandro coming off a monster day yesterday. Really strong performance from Alessandro here for this yesterday. And, of course, doing some great work up on the site. What do you got for sale, Alessandro, for today?
Yeah, number 1 in the NBA last 30 days. So just go check that out on a 33-16 run last 30 days in the NBA. I got a 5-pack of hoops action tonight, 4 pro, 1 college. And then I do have that hockey game. I already gave that out for you guys. And I have a best bet as well for this college football playoff game tonight. We got 7 total plays up, a little bit lighter volume than I've had these past couple days. To start the year off, 60 wins, 61 losses, 1 push. Just right there, about to get in the green. So hopefully today's the day. Sign up something long-term. Again, tons of volume I will be putting in. I cap every single game. Doesn't mean I bet every single game. But if you want to find an edge, I believe you do have to cap every single game. This is a 24-hour process, 7 days a week process, how I look at it.
That's right, guys. Get with Alessandro over at Tony's Picks. He's got his packages up for you, best bets, and as well as that 5-pack of hoops for you right now, profit guaranteed. Also, keep an eye on those long-term subscriptions. Remember that 7-day pass, really good right now with all these sports overlapping. Alessandro's in action in all the major sports there with him with that 7-day pass with all the football coming up, pro tomorrow, NHL, NBA, college hoops. Get on board. Use that promo code TONYT at checkout. And also, too, it also looks at some tennis as well. We're getting close to the Australian Open. If you consider a long-term subscription, like 30 days, that covers that major tournament as we're getting close to that Australian Open that we usually see in January. So there you go. Promo code TONYT saves you at 15% off. Also, make note that all props are also included on all long-term subscriptions at no extra charge. We've automated our system so cappers can enter their props for the majors, for the NFL, for NBA, NHL, and they're also graded automatically here on our site. So, guys, props also included on long-term subscriptions. Promo code TONYT saves you at 15%. 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match up Alessandro with your favorite capper here with the 2-for-1 capper promotion. So go ahead and get signed up. Very simple just to do that. Favorite cappers, and there you go with the 2-for-1. All right, guys. Up on the board today, I've got a best bet here from college football. Also looking for best bets in hoops, so get on board with me. and then match yourself up with the favorite capper over at Tony'sPicks.com. That's where you find our premium plays right there. All right, guys, with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. It is the Tony X Morning Show. Be sure to subscribe. Set those notifications so you guys are live with us so you can get the plays there for you in real time. And you check on over our YouTube channel. We have lots of great content over there. Be sure you guys hit that subscribe button when you get here. Also, any live streams here, best place to start is on our homepage. Just hit that home tab. That's where you want to start here on our channel because there's a lot of content here. Anything live will show up on the top, and our compilation videos are up there right now. I've got NBA, 10 deep dives from NBA, college hoops, college football game in there as well. Props, Alessandro in with his props here. We're getting the props in here as well. Chris's hit list. We got a lot going on there at the channel. Things getting updated as we speak. NFL playlist, college football playlist. Alessandro in there. This plays. I'm in there. So is Ramon here from Night Moves. DeAndre, NBA playlist up there for you with a lot of great content. And, of course, our college hoops playlist. We got content for you up there right now, up as we speak. A lot of college basketball. You can see Ramon coming with a few games here. Alessandro with his 3-pack of NHL for you there on the channel. 13, I should say, for Friday. Well, he's going big here, going big. 13 college hoops for you up there. Looks like the NHL was put in there as well. So Alessandro, big time today on the channel. 6 hours here, NHL hit list there with Chris. Got to fix that playlist. Fight picks. And then, hey, our man Nick. It's been a while. Our friend from Greece. He came in here with some NBA plays for today. So our man Nick Lagaredos, the Greek, is right. The Greek freak. Maybe he's got a pick here from we definitely have to get the probably the shorts in there. Probably gonna have to see that to tell those words but anyway, that heavy accent, but just play it back if you need help. So check it out there with Nick. Appreciate his contributions there, Nick Lagaredos there. Hey, look at this big Brian Biller making an appearance here on the short tab. So a lot of great content here, guys, over at Tony's Picks. So check it out. And of course, great content. Chris, your hit list has been real popular here on the channel.
Yeah, it's been pretty popular. We've been kind of quiet lately. I may switch gears here and not only cover goals, but we may cover some points, shots on goal. Been talking to some hockey guys about different things that could be a little bit better. As long as it's plus money, I'm going to give it to you guys. I don't give you guys anything that's minus money. Sometimes that's hard, these goal scores, but it's just kind of what we do. You got 3 out there today, just 3 games, but I did give you 3 plus the one on the show today. So we should have some more here coming up soon, some more action. NFL coming up. I'll get you some touchdown scores and then some more goal scores there. So as long as I've got data, you guys will have a video.
There you go there from Chris. Of course, Alninos, we have it here on some of the live shows. So of course, see also on the Reels, but you've also put some on-demand content up there as well.
Yeah, keep an eye out for those doggy videos. I know it's been a minute, but yeah, it's been mostly morning shows for me lately. So keep tuning into the mornings if you want to see my face. In the meantime, just keep checking out all the other great content we have over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
That's right. A lot of great content up there. And of course, even more great content here. Of course, Alessandro, you've been delivering our live shows up here on the channel with that look ahead. Try to get ahead of all those line moves midnight Eastern time.
Yes, midnight Eastern time, 9 p.m. on the West Coast. I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to give you guys what I really think here in all of these games. Doesn't mean I will bet every game. Like I said, I cap every single one of them and try to diagnose which one has an edge. And then that's the one I'm betting on. 8 plays today. Again, pretty high volume for most people. We'll see here coming up towards the weekend how I am. I do have 2 NFL bets in already, Saturday and Sunday's games. You can go scoop those up as well on the sites. But yes, again, 9 p.m. on the West Coast, 12 midnight on the East Coast there, that look-ahead show. Anybody's welcome to join me. Right now I've been riding solo. No problem with that as well. I can, handle it on my own. But, just letting you guys know the invite is there. Love to talk sports. This is what we do 24/7 here at Tony's Picks.
That's right, guys. So check out look-ahead show here. So we see some of this. We did a few guys in there, but and where our cappers can join them. And also, too, if you guys like to be a capper, join some of the shows. Send us an email at support@tonyspicks.com. You can find the email form when you go to our website, link in the description there. But a lot of great content, full rundown of games. We also clip the games as well from the shows. You'll find some reels up there as well when you get right on over to our YouTube channel. So lots of great content over at the Tony Speaks YouTube channel there. And, of course, a lot of his compilations you'll see on demand as well. So, guys, if you can catch him live, catch Alessandro live midnight Eastern time. That's when usually the chat gets strong, and you guys usually pound Alessandro in that chat room because just make sure, just give him be patient, let him finish the block, and then he'll get to the chat. Because I know there's going to be a lot of, especially in that show, there's going to be a lot of chat interaction because the lines are just open and people are just asking a lot of questions. That's usually when the chat come in is in the that right when the line's open. So just be patient. Alessandro's got to get through his work, and at the end of the block, then he'll answer the chat room because I know some of you guys sometimes get a little impatient there. But just remember, man, we come in here very well researched in our games. We're not just shooting from the hip. We're not just playing the old the narrative game. A lot of the people out there do when they're too lazy to handicap. They just play the narrative. Whenever you hear the narratives, oh, this guy can't lose, they're due. That BS. I should just say that word. But anyway, I just I've been in the business long enough to know when guys don't put the work in and they're just winging it. I can easily tell that very easily there. But anyway, guys, check us out here. Like, subscribe, set notifications. Greatly there. All right. Appreciate everybody. Parlays were spreads. They weren't money line parlays. Unless we tell you they're money line, then they're parlays. They're spreads. There. All right. Which
Except hockey and baseball. I usually go money line unless I mention otherwise. Yeah, but for basketball and football, usually spreads unless we say money line.
That's right there. Good call there from El Ninos. All right, guys. Appreciate Cal Dog in the chat. Happy Friday, everybody else. That'll do it. We're back again tomorrow live at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Any closing thoughts from anyone before we close it out?
Best of luck to everybody.
Yeah, make it a winning day, guys.
Make it a winning day, guys. Don't forget Daily Dangle with Rod live at 1 Eastern time with a full hockey rundown. Also, the happy hour at 5 Eastern time with Rod. That's the last look at all the games for the day. Check it out. Going to wake up, guys. Make it a winning one. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show.